want the best, and I'm gonna get the best. Because I'm the teacher. Class is in session.
I think Gene's well up his own arse. Who the hell do you think you are? I don't even know who you are.
He thinks he's all that, but he isn't.
You guys better fucking straighten up. I could give a shit about whether you're happy or not, who's at fault, who's not.
You're just pushing us so far.
You're meant to be the drummer, yeah?
I'm ready to snuff out some lives.
I'm really sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Right now, I feel like scrapping the whole thing.
You're all getting angry at each other because you're starting to understand what the stakes are. God, I'm good.
Gene Simmons has toured some of the most exciting cities on the planet, but the location for his next gig is not so glamorous. Lowestoft in East Suffolk. The rundown seaside town is home to Kirkley High School, a challenging comprehensive with 1,500 lively pupils.
We have students that have, in the main, low aspirations. They are they're boisterous, they're spirited. The challenge we have at Kirkley High School is to overcome apathy.
They've already had some success with an 8% increase in Grade A GCSEs and are always looking for new ways to improve. Having seen Gene's results last time as a progressive solution, they're calling on him to bring about some changes. Being the co-founder of KISS, one of the most successful bands of all time, he is used to working with tough crowds. Worth over $100 million,
Don't you wish you were me?
Gene likes to surround himself with California's rich and beautiful.
The weather's always perfect. You want to wake up in the morning and see women half naked.
But Gene won't be seeing any of those where he is going. Which is probably just as well, as many of the population of Lowestoft are over 60, and the town itself has long been in retirement.
It's in decline. Young people don't feel there is a real bright future for them.
But that may all change now that rock legend Gene Simmons is in Lowestoft.
Where the fuck am I? Oh my God. I've landed in Lilliput. Everything's so small.
Awaiting Gene's arrival is his new Year 11 music class. They don't know it, but in a month they'll be opening for rock legends Judas Priest in LA. It's going to be tough, as there are some difficult students in the class. Lindsay is failing most of her subjects and likes hanging out with her friends, drinking cider.
It's crap. School is utter crap. Lessons are crap.
Jeddah is a serial truant and a passionate socialist.
The only reason I go to school is just to see my mates, really. I don't see the point in much else at the moment.
Little Chris is the loudest boy in the class.
I draw a lot of attention to myself. I'm quite a hyperactive person.
And volatile Sammy is on his last chance after putting his fist through a window.
Muck about a lot, cause trouble. It's one of my specialities.
Gene is nearing the end of his long journey from Beverly Hills. Local chauffeur Ricky has landed the job of doing the school runs, although he's no stranger to rock stardom.
I've not always been a chauffeur, Gene. I'm an old rock and roller myself. Been in bands 30-odd years.
Anything I've heard of?
You may have done. I was in a band called Sploshness Abounds. It's a bit of a silly name.
But you're right.
Yeah. We had a hit single, a #1, a few years ago.
You're killing me.
No, 20-odd years ago, actually. Do you want to listen to it?
You're serious?
Yeah.
I'd consider it an honor of sorts.
Two pots log on a packet of crisps, please.
2 pots of lager and a packet of crisps, please.
Gene may laugh, but as Kiss have never had a UK #1, Ricky is the most successful rocker in the car.
2 pots of lager and a packet of crisps, please.
Come on, Ricky, shake your head.
Oi, 2 pots of lager and a packet of crisps, please.
Go!
2 pots of lager and a packet of crisps.
No, double time, babe.
Yes, sir. 2 pots of lager and a packet of crisps, please. 2 pots of lager and a packet of crisps, please.
Well, I can see why it's called 2 pints of lager and a trays of grapes.
Gene is about to face his toughest crowd yet, the pupils of Kirkley High School at lunch break.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get tough. As soon as I got out of the car, I saw immediately the difference between the comprehensive school and the private school I taught at last time. Over here, it's less disciplined. In fact, I'm concerned about the amount of discipline or lack thereof.
I didn't know him, I just got his autograph.
By the end of this week, Gene must choose a band lineup. But first, he has to win the class round.
No one in this school has even heard of him. I hadn't even heard of his band, I hadn't even heard his songs before.
He's not important in this country. We don't know him.
I'm not changing for anyone. Not even the man Gene Simmons.
The little boys and girls are going to have to learn who the big boss is. And if there's any problem, I will make sure they get thrown out on their butts.
Shit.
If you decide you want to go through my class, and if you decide you want to put up the work, and if you decide you want to be somebody, I'll help you be somebody. If you want to be a loser, and if you want to stay in a small town and never amount to anything, watch what happens if you don't come to my class. If you stay out of my class, I will kick your butt out. You think this is kiddie time? I'm serious as a heart attack.
I think that his teaching methods are a bit aggressive. Then again, he does live in America. We all know what that's like without going there.
Let me just talk about my favorite subject first. Can you guess what that is?
Music.
Me. Even above music. My favorite subject is me.
Personally, I didn't like Gene Simmons. I mean, fuck's sake. He thinks he's all that, but he isn't. Christ, he was glam rock. There ain't much lower than that.
You're going to get up on stage and tell me and everybody who you are.
I'm little Chris. What I want out of life is I want what all these guys have got.
Wow.
Money, guitars, girls, whatever I want, basically. I'm an individual, really. I just do whatever I want to do, wear whatever I want to wear, apart from trackies. Never wear trackies.
At 4 feet 11, 15-year-old Chris is the smallest boy in the school.
Christopher's always had quite a lot of trouble at school. He's been bullied a lot.
I have to compensate for being short in some way, so I make a lot of noise, I draw a lot of attention to myself. I'd love to be a rock star. It's quite an exciting thing, really, isn't it?
Tell me about yourself. Go ahead. I see. Not so easy, is it? Go ahead. Don't you dare stop. Don't you dare stop. Take your hands out of your pocket. Take your hands out. Go. That's what I like. Give it to me again. 1, 2, 3, go! All right, I will. That was good. How did it feel?
Don't know, really, just exciting because makes me feel big, makes me feel strong.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
because you were stronger than this. Even though this had more power, you have to be convinced that what you've got to say is more important than what all of them have to say.
But during break time, the rest of the class feel that they have something important to say to Gene.
I wrote Death to Kiss because I don't really give a damn what he thinks about me. He's nothing more than a teacher to me.
The enormity of the challenge is beginning to dawn on Gene.
Who wrote signs on the wall? Come on, you know. What does it say?
I wrote about Gene Simmons and Death to Kiss.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean?
I don't like you in certain senses.
They're out of control, they're reckless, mostly because there's no repercussion for bad behavior. Repercussion? They've just met him.
It's Gene Simmons' first day as the new music teacher at Kirkley High School in Lowestoft. By the end of this week, he needs to choose his first band lineup from a class of unruly teens. Having survived the first lesson, Gene retreats to the staff room.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Mr. Simmons. Welcome to Kirkley High School.
Thank you very much.
You've obviously had quite an impact upon our students already.
Well, they've had quite an impact on me as well.
Good. I'm Joel Clinton, the head teacher. I'm going to hand you across to Hazel, who will support you.
Hello, Hazel.
Hello.
May I call you Hazel?
You can call me Hazel.
Or would you like me to call you headmistress?
No, I would like you to call me Hazel. That would be absolutely excellent. I think you might like to come and actually talk with one or two of these colleagues.
Yes, of course.
But as a sex-obsessed rock star, Gene's topics of conversations are rather limited, especially for the school's head of maths.
I actually believe I'm much better looking than I actually am. I know when I look into the mirror, I'm not ugly, not good looking, but I can walk into a party and walk out with your wife.
That would be an interesting... Well, I'll mention that to my wife when I see her a little bit later on.
But there is no time for Gene to put his claim to the test, as his priority is to find a lead singer.
Do you know any hymns or nursery rhymes?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Up above the sky so high, like a diamond in the sky.
London Bridge is falling down. I just felt like a rope plonker. Just sitting there singing the nursery rhyme. I ain't done that since like year one. That's it. I thought he would have pulled out some Green Day songs at least, not nursery rhymes.
Hey Jetta, what about that vocal? You want to give it a try?
God no, but yeah, whatever.
No, whatever?
I don't particularly want to, but I'll do it.
You don't want to? Trust me, you're not doing me any favors. You have to want to.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I thought it sucks. If he's going to make us sing music, at least be something decent. Not fucking nursery rhymes. It's way too shit.
Jeddah has been through a string of schools, and with a low attendance rate, risks being excluded. He's part of a school gang called the Grungers.
My spare time I'd usually be at a nightclub, drinking, just going out with my mates and having a laugh.
Jeddah doesn't get on with his mum, so he lives with his grandparents.
Obviously we're concerned about his general education. He doesn't seem to put as much time into his homework as we would like him to.
It's hard to express yourself sometimes, especially when you're enforced with school uniforms. It's just hard.
Jeddah is also an outspoken socialist, but as Gene is Mr. Capitalist, the battle lines are being drawn for another Cold War.
I'm not really in it for the money. I don't really care about money.
Why?
Why? Because money's money, material possession. What do you need it for?
So when you become a big rock star and you make millions of dollars, will you sign a contract now that says, I get all of it?
No. God, no.
Wait a minute. What happened to I don't need money? Jeddah is lost in some socialist communist world of self-delusion and nothing inside of him. Empty. No belief in himself.
I've been here all my life, unfortunately.
Why do you say that?
Because Lowestoft is terrible.
Why?
Because it's full of people that have done nothing with their life, really. Everyone that I've met that's been born and raised in Lowestoft has pretty much stayed here. There's very few exceptions when they actually make something of their life.
With Lowestoft being blamed for the plight of the class, Gene decides to check it out for himself. His tour guide is chauffeur Ricky, who as a local knows all the hot spots.
Crazy golf.
Crazy golf?
Yeah. Bingo. You'd probably get a game of bingo here.
Bingo?
Yeah.
That would be nice. Let's see if anybody's jumped off the pier to end it all. And today's a nice day out, isn't it?
It's a beautiful day, yeah, just a job. We very often come down here on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays?
Yes. Yeah.
Why Tuesdays?
Well, it's our day out.
This is like God's waiting room. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I'm in a band called Kiss.
Oh.
Yes, it's difficult to tell you what I do, but I usually stick my tongue out. I look like that.
Oh, I've seen them on the telly, haven't we?
I have new fans. I'm ready now to hang myself. I'm not sure there's hope for the older people in Lowestoft, but the new generation, the children of Lowestoft, have a chance. And I'm going to give them that chance.
With a better understanding of where the kids are coming from, Gene's changing tactics to inspire the class.
This is by a group called The Who. I need a lead singer.
People try to put us down.
Because we get around. Can you hit that note? Full voice, full voice. The young men who came up to the microphone to sing are tone deaf. Craig might be the worst singer I ever heard.
Just because we get around.
Sammy got up there and was horrific. He's a terrible singer.
Try to put us down. Just because they get around. Talking about my generation. The things they do is a vocal cold.
Rob, he can sing well enough, but the gestures don't come from the heart. It's a karaoke kind of rock star. I'm looking for the real thing, baby.
People try to put us down.
They're not convincing.
Just because we get around.
They don't look good in front of a microphone.
One possible contender is 15-year-old Ellie, who used to sing in a band. The only problem is she suffers with terrible stage fright.
Sing it!
If I had to sing in front of 1,000 people, I was absolutely pooing myself with fear.
People try to put us down.
Much better tone, much better melody. Ellie got in front of a microphone and sang, although she didn't want to. At the end, she was pretty good.
Point to the camera! People try to put us down.
Is she good enough to be in the band? No.
Having seen the talent on offer so far, Gene's trademark confidence is slipping away.
No one in this class can do much of anything.
As luxury five-star hotels are hard to come by in Lowestoft, Gene is staying out of town in a stately home, one of the few places large enough to house his ego.
Cockfield. Oh. We're going to a strip joint.
Gene's hired his own personal housekeeper, Christine, to look after him.
Welcome to Cockfield Hall, Mr. Simmons.
Thank you.
Did you have a nice journey?
Oh, I had a delightful journey. Well, that's beautiful.
Come on inside, Mr. Simmons.
Thank you. Oh, isn't this wonderful? Are there any people here?
Not at the moment. But it's lovely, isn't it? Lovely place.
It is lovely. I just wish there were some people around. Girls especially.
Well, I thought you had a partner, Mr. Simmons.
Yes, I've been happily unmarried to the same girl for 22 years.
So why do you need...
Because the male of the species manufactures billions of sperm every day.
I don't know if a lot of it's just an act or if he is quite sexual. Who knows? I hope I won't be finding out.
Time is ticking for Gene, who needs to choose a band lineup by the end of the week.
So far I don't have a voice. Once there's a singer for the band, then you know what kind of band it is.
Having heard most of the class, a despairing Gene is in need of a miracle, and little Chris might just be the answer to his prayers. Inspired by Gene, he has written a song.
Me in this world, me in this stupid world that makes the world revolve around me.
When Chris went to that quiet part in the song, just left me breathless.
That was inspirational.
That's awesome.
Come over here and show me. Put it around you.
Me in my life, me in these awkward ways that make the world revolve. Me in this way, me in this stupid world that drags you down. So please.
Magnificent. He's fearless. He has a kind of a, I'm not aware I'm short.
Just look at me, just look at me, just look at me.
He has a delusional belief in himself, just like me.
Let me rock!
He's got presence, stage presence. He's got enough presents for Santa Claus to hang out all the presents. Man, he's got presents to spare.
What I've got my heart set on is being in that band, getting out there, rocking out, and just having the best time of my life.
Little Chris may be a revelation for Gene, but the new teacher's pet is causing tension in the rest of the class.
Can I try it?
Yep. And also,
I want to learn your song.
Chris was being like such a lick ass. It's like he's the favourite because he could do absolutely everything. Couldn't give two shits about no one else.
I want you to sing the part where you talk about you.
Chris is getting the most attention. Everything today was focused on Chris. Even Jeddah thought Chris was being a little lick ass.
sounds well nice.
I do think a lot of people in that class were brown-nosing quite a lot. But then I suppose you have to if you want to survive in this business.
Jeddah was telling everyone that apparently I was brown-nosing Gene, which is absolute rubbish. I was so frustrated about it because I so weren't. Stupid. He's ridiculous. If they don't like it, they can shove it up their bums.
Chris is a willing student, but the rest of the class are a greater challenge. Motivating 15-year-old Lindsay is proving to be a particular problem for Gene.
Are you shy?
Oh my god. I'm not enjoying it. I think it's well boring. I think Gene's well up his own arse. I think it's bullshit. He probably thinks of us all as like bits of shit on his shoe, that he's only doing it for money, if you get me. I know that's a bit harsh, but I don't care. Because I'm annoyed.
Lindsay struggles at school as she hates discipline and authority. Her parents split up just after she was born, and she now lives with her mum, but spends most of her time out partying.
When I'm out of school, I go out with my mates, get pissed. Sometimes do all-nighters under the pit. I'm quite good mates with Jeddah because we go out with each other and stuff, get pissed.
Sometimes Lindsay comes home and I'll look at her and I'll think, have you been drinking, Lindsay? You know. Sometimes I look at her and think you're a bit more bubbly than normal.
Lindsay is a problem student, failing in many subjects.
School is utter crap. And I could be mouthy. If a teacher starts shouting at me, I'll have to shout back. I can't sit there and take a teacher shout at me. No way.
Never say die.
Gene's hoping the prospect of a place in the band will help win Lindsay round.
This up. Try to do the full note. Keep your finger on it. Better. Better. Lindsay! Stop! You and I are going to play together. Yeah, that's what I like. 1, 2, together, let's go, go!
Gene's tactic is paying off. Although she's never played before, Lindsay is taking a real interest.
You actually played in time with me, didn't you?
I was well excited to play bass. I was like, woo! Because I actually got to do something instead of sit there being bored for a whole lesson watching whoever else. I'd well want to be the bassist in the band. I'm not going to get my hopes up on that one because I bet I'm out of the band. But if I am, I'll just be pissed off. Nothing I can do about it. But if I am the bassist, Ah.
You got up and you picked up an instrument you never played before. You barely know how to hit the strings. You rocked.
Cheers.
But Lindsay faces stiff competition from the boys.
Bum, 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 bum.
The band is the biggest thing at the moment. I really do want to be either vocals or bass. I'm going to try so hard to get there, you would believe it.
Again, 3.
I'm going to try my best to learn bass. I so badly want to learn bass, you know. I feel like I'll be able to play it so well, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm well going to practice. Every time I leave from this rock school thing, I'm going to be straight home on bass. I'm not even going to go out and see my friends. I know that's really up myself, but God, this is like, need to get it right.
If you don't
The keyboard position is also in demand with 2 main contenders.
Can you play this thing? You want to come up and show us?
14-year-old Lily is one of the quieter members of the class and has been playing piano for 3 years.
I'd feel really pleased if I got a part in the band, but really nervous as well and really worried that I was going to let everyone else down.
Lily faces competition from Shy Jess, who plays keyboards in a Christian band.
I thought Lily was an amazing keyboard player. She was really, really good. She's probably like my main competition, but that also makes me more determined.
Okay, 2 keyboard players. 2 players who could be in the band.
The class are starting to care about places in the band. For little Chris, it's a life's dream. But in a few days' time, he is booked on a family holiday that will take him out of rock school. It's a potential disaster for Jean, who is blissfully unaware.
I don't want to let Mr. Simmons down because I really want to be in the band. That's what I want to do, but I don't want to let my mum and dad down because I understand what they've sacrificed for this holiday, and I just feel so horrible. I feel like I want to cry all the time.
At the end of the week, Jean needs to decide on a temporary band lineup. His fearsome reputation as the demon from Kiss is doing little to control the kids. It's only the 3rd day, and already one of his pupils has decided to skip class.
Is everybody here?
No, except Jeddah.
Jeddah's not here.
Jeddah's not here? Why is that?
Rather than expand his mind, Jeddah opts to bang his head, moshing with his mates.
Yeah, I'm definitely missing my social life. I'm finding it hard to adjust because I do want to go out and I do want to go to gigs and stuff, and it's just making things harder.
He was a school man.
You just decided not to come.
Hasn't got a clue.
You're his friend. Do you think this is important to him?
I don't know.
If anybody thinks they're bigger than everybody else, they need to be by themselves.
As creating the band is going to require teamwork, it's not just Jean who's disappointed.
If he has not got a decent enough excuse for tonight, in my books, I've got to get rid of him because it's disgraceful.
And he's let like the whole group down, and Jean, she didn't turn up. Rude.
Despite what he or anybody else may think, this is not a babysitting service, and I'm not here to figure out what's right or wrong in anyone's life.
Jenna's back after yesterday's absence, but is now looking to do some damage limitation.
Because I left during my near the end of the last of my lap. I didn't.
Yes, you did. You only got pissed. You were saying at break time. Said he was ill, but really he went out and got pissed because he told me about it.
But it's not his classmates Jeddah needs to worry about. It's Mr. Simmons, who is on the warpath.
He's going to be pretty angry. Alright. I probably won't gain anyway, so...
You, sir, what was going on yesterday?
I left my last lesson and I was sick.
Could you have told somebody before you left, please tell Mr. Simmons I can't...
But I didn't have any credit, I didn't have any time, I just had to get in the taxi and go home.
Oh, you mean you were that sick?
Yeah.
And are you fine now?
Not fine, but I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to try and stick it out.
Jeddah got sick. I didn't buy it. Jeddah may stay, or he may go. We'll see.
And no matter... Gene may lead a rock star lifestyle, but as a renowned teetotaler, drinking has no place in his band.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll. You want to use drugs? You want to use alcohol? Nobody cares. You're gonna die. Peter was thrown out of maybe the biggest band in the world for one reason. Drugs, alcohol. He died. He died. He died. He died. Rock star. You rule the earth. You're dead. Dead. He's dead. Drugs, alcohol, and lunacy. You can't make money if you're dead.
Although the lecture is intended for Jeddah, it's fellow drinker Lindsay who is taking note.
When he was talking about, like, all them people are going bang like that and they're dead because of alcohol and drugs, I was just sat there like, God, wow, scared, proper scared. I'm sitting there like, do I drink anymore? So tomorrow at Seabreeze, I don't know what to do, whether to drink or whether to not, because I don't want to die. Well, actually, I don't mind dying. Well, I do, but not right now. And I don't want to do it because I've been drinking.
Who plays guitar?
A great rock band needs a great guitarist, but hopes of finding the next Hendrix and Lowestoft are looking slim. Of all the pupils, 15-year-old Samani has the most experience.
If I got to pick what I'd do in the band, I'd pick lead guitar. No debate. I love it.
At school, I mainly hang around with the alternative people. Being 15 really isn't that easy. Like, there's exams to worry about, coursework to worry about, parents. Bollocks to that.
She'll just go upstairs and she'll get in her room and she'll play guitar.
Basically, music is everything to me. I eat, sleep and breathe music. I've taught myself. I haven't had any lessons off anyone. Music's my escape.
Samani has the surface rock star stuff. She can actually play guitar well enough.
But in Gene's class, skill counts for nothing without the right attitude.
Come on, get one foot out there. Come on, give me some.
What she doesn't have is a sort of a belief in who she is. More importantly, she may not see, at least at this point, who she can be and who I'm going to make her be.
Being a multi-millionaire rock star opens many doors in life, but not in Kirkley High School.
I want to break free. I want to break free. God knows. God knows I want to break free.
Yeah! Who can play drums? If we don't have a drummer, it's going to be like a car without wheels. Even if you have the best engine and the best driver in the world and it's fully loaded, you're going nowhere fast. I must find a drummer.
As a seasoned drummer, accomplished musician Samani is a front runner.
Samani has real guts. She did a very adequate job. Not great.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But the role of drummer is being highly sought after by 15-year-old Sammy.
I'm pretty desperate to play the drums in the band, because I'm no good at anything else. It's the only thing I can do. So that would be nice.
Volatile Sammy is a proud member of a gang who call themselves the Chaps.
I like being a chap because it makes you look good and look expensive.
He has very little contact with his real parents and lives with his stepdad.
He generally tends to sort of hang with the people who are going through a sort of naughty phase, and he gets caught up in it.
And if it's not his friends getting him into trouble, it's his temper.
I had an argument with the deputy head. She really did push me to the limit, and I just punched the thing that was nearest to me, and it happened to be a window, and it shattered, and I got excluded. When I'm playing the drums, it makes me feel good, because that sort of gets anger out of you as well, because you're hitting things hard, aren't you?
You know, if you have that face, flies will fly right into your mouth. I want to clench your teeth. Give me something that says I'm not a student in wherever the hell we are. Lowestoft. I'm not that. I'm a rock star.
The drums may be all Sammy cares about, but finding the right person is the only thing that Gene cares about.
We still need a drummer. I'm not sure we have a drummer.
He turned around and said to everyone, "We've got a problem. We ain't got a drummer." Right after I played a good piece. So, whenever I get the chance, I'll practice. I've got detention tomorrow lunchtime, so I can't.
Could you carry a beat?
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah? Show us. Get on the drums.
Walk out.
Much to Sammy's dismay, he is pulled off the drums to make way for Gene's golden boy, little Chris.
Just like to say that I think Chris is a little lick ass. He's been up Gene's ass 24/7.
Good job. Good job.
People try to put us down. Can't get around.
Gene is brimming with confidence. Now he has the multi-talented little Chris to work with. But Gene's world is about to come crashing down as Chris reveals his little secret.
I'm going on holiday.
Are you leaving?
I want to stay in the class. I want to with all my heart.
Without the voice and the heartbeat of a band, how do you put a band together?
Why are you going away?
Because the holiday has been booked for 18 months.
Is somebody making you go? Or is that something you want to do?
They're both ready.
Chris, who so far is the leader of the pack, might leave in a day, maybe 2 days. And then I'm going to be left stranded.
I believe you have promise. I believe you have a chance to be in the band. While you're gone for a whole week, I'm going to be able to work with the other young people in the class, and they're going to have an advantage you won't. What happens if you come back and I ask somebody else to be in the band and not you?
I really, really, really want to be in this band. I don't understand how much I want to be in it. It's just, I would definitely sacrifice my holiday. I would do it. It's just I don't want to. Like my parents would just be so upset.
As Gene sees little Chris as the linchpin to the band, he believes his only hope for success is to talk Chris's parents into letting him stay.
Hello.
But it's a big ask, as it may be the last holiday the extended family all have together.
You've given me a problem. I'm telling you that your son has a chance to go all the way. I used to manage Liza Minnelli. I discovered Van Halen. Your child has it. The gift of magic. And you're going to take your son away?
Well,
why don't you talk it over as a family? It's really a personal
very hard
issue.
for us because we've planned this for a long time.
Yeah. You or Chris have to tell me I'm going or I'm staying.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye. In terms of a band, without Chris, we have nothing.
plans to form a band hang in the balance, whilst little Chris chooses between rock school and a family holiday. After much heartache, Chris has a decision.
What about you? Are you staying in the class? I'm not going to judge you. I need to know who the players are, what's going on.
And then we go.
When are you going?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. For how long? A day or two?
A week.
A week.
If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me?
The only chance I've got to try to get a band out of this is walking out the door, to go to Disneyland. This isn't getting better. This is getting worse. It's pretty bleak.
With Chris gone, the field has been blown wide open. Gene's plans are in turmoil, but with the time ticking, he must choose a lineup. The pressure is mounting.
If this band goes down, they're dragging me right with them.
I've wanted to be in a band all my life. So this is my ticket to paradise.
I really do want to play on the drums, and I really want to put the effort and work in to make it.
So badly want a bass, you know. If I'm not in the band, upsetting day for me, a real upsetting day that would be.
I want to actually do something now. I don't want to just be stuck in and stuff down.
Just want to get out of here, so I don't see Lowestoft as a place any of us belong.
Gene faces some tough choices. A week ago, class didn't care about the band, but it's now the most important thing in their lives. Some may be more talented than others, but for Gene, it's all about the attitude.
I'm going to announce a new rock and roll band. The people I announce may be the people in the band, or they may not.
Sammy has set his heart on the drums, but faces competition from Samani, who has more rhythm.
Who's going to be the drummer for now in the band? For now, it's going to be Sammy.
Nice. That is awesome.
And if you show up late, and if you don't do your job, I'm going to kick you out of the band.
I'm not going to let anyone else try and push me off it. I'm just going to keep going and going and going. If it gets to the point where someone else gets on it, I'm just going to drum my heart out until I die.
I need a guitar player. A few of you were actually pretty good. I wasn't bad myself. But I think you should get up and stand near the guitar.
I'm so excited now. You can't believe how excited I feel to be guitarist in the band. It's crazy.
I need a keyboard. I want to try Jess.
Because it was quite quiet, I didn't know whether I was actually going to get in. But I'm actually really glad that I did.
Chris is gone, and maybe that means he's out of the game. But I need a singer.
Without Chris, vocals are up for grabs. Gene needs someone with the courage and attitude to front the band.
And for now, we'll figure all that out together. That's going to be you.
Oh my god. I'm going to try with all my best now for everything. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm really surprised. Gobsmacked. Can't really speak.
The chance to play bass has given Lindsay focus and drive, but Robin Lewis's performances have impressed Gene.
Until I find out if there's somebody else who can play it, the bass player will be you.
Oh my god. Oh wow, please. God, it's unbelievable. fucking excitement, God's sake. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hottest band in the land.
Everything you see here is temporary. You only hold on to your job if you try hard. There's a good chance anybody sitting here is going to kick you out of that band and take your job.
A place in the band is an amazing opportunity, but for those who haven't made it, it's a crushing blow.
To be honest, I can't see a space for me anymore. I can't play an instrument, so I'm absolutely buggered.
I would have liked to have been in the band. I am bothered, but there's nothing I can really do except just try my hardest to try and get in again.
There's no room for complacency for those in the band. To keep some control over the class, Gene is keeping the lineup a work in progress.
I'm on my way. On my way to success, to becoming a rock star.
I'm going to work so hard. I'm going to drop everything for this. I don't care. This is my life.
The band may be excited, but they are yet to play together, and in 3 weeks' time they are due to perform in front of 20,000 rock fans. A fact Gene is all too aware of, especially now he has lost his main hope of pulling it off.
Chris, Mr. I Can Do It All, I'm your rock star. He's missing in action. All of it adds up to one thing. We may not be able to do this.
Next time on Rock School, tensions rise as the band face their first gig.
You're just pushing us so fucking far.
Because you're meant to be the drummer, yeah?
Fuck's sake.
And the band's positions are under threat with the return of Little Chris.
I'm going to try my hardest to get back in the band.
He comes back, thinks he can do anything and everything he wants. Fuck off, Chris, you come back.
First ever gig they get to, and there's already conflicts. It's ridiculous.
I've got a show coming up in a few days. I'm scared to death.
E4 tomorrow night, stunts that will blow your mind. Next in a noose, literally. Death Wish Live at 10, details coming up. Next tonight, Channel 4 film comedy, Freddie Prinze Jr., Mr. Popular, Rachel Lee Cook, Miss Unpopular. It'll never work. She's all that.